Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is an update on the ongoing missing persons case of the 22-year-old Gabby Petito. I will go over the basics of this case, and at the end I will provide a timeline that I will go over so you can get an idea of when she was last seen and heard from, as I have noticed there are some conflicting reports right now in the media. Gabby Petito and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, had been on a cross trip across the southwest part of the U.S. They departed on the 2nd of July 2021 on a 4-month trip in a white Ford Transit Connect van, which they converted into a camper. Gabby has been documenting the trip across different media platforms like Instagram and Facebook, and from the posts seemed to be having a great time. But that would soon change on the 12th of August. Shortly after leaving a community stop, they were pulled over near the entrance of the Arches National Park in Utah. Here's a clip from that video.
His name's
Gabby.
Gabby, Brian. Okay. What's going on? How come you're crying?
I'm sorry, we've just been fighting this morning. Some personal issues.
You want to tell me what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just some days I have really bad OCD, and
Okay.
I was just cleaning and straightening up the back of the van before, and I was apologizing to him and saying, I'm sorry that I'm so mean, because sometimes I have OCD and sometimes I just get really frustrated. Not like mean towards him, I just...
Why'd you mean?
I didn't get overtly physical. I was just trying to keep her away and not get hit. And then I got really loud, and like that's probably drew everyone's attention where I was going, you know, back up, get away, just give me a...
Okay, so you said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone? So you pushed her and she hit you?
She was... it wasn't like a push and she jumped on me. She was already... I don't want to... She was already swinging, and I was... Yeah. A lot of angles, a lot of nails, a lot of rings.
Yeah, you got 3 scratches on your neck. You got 1 on your left side of your nose. You got 1 on your face here, and you got...
I've decided I am not going to cite you for domestic violence battery, okay? It was only going to be a Class B misdemeanor. However, the domestic violence portion of it enhances it. Makes life a major pain in the butt, especially you're 22, right? So I'm choosing not to cite you today. I'm not going to release you guys together. I want you guys to stay away from each other tonight, okay? She's agreed to it. Take some time to yourselves. You guys both have the exact same story as to what led up to the incident. So, taking some time tonight, specifically, taking tonight away from each other is going to be the major breaker in all of this. I think that'll help you guys, especially tomorrow when you guys meet up. Just try to not contact each other unless, like I said, earth shattering, something happens, you guys have to jump in the car right now and drive back to Florida because something happened there.
No charges were filed, but the two were told to have a no-contact order for the night, so he stayed at a hotel. She spent the night in a van. On the August 24th, Gabby and Brian stayed at a hotel near Salt Lake City International Airport. Later that same day, on the 24th, Gabby had a FaceTime call with her mother. Gabby, at this time, claimed that she was at the Grand Teton National Park in the northwest part of Wyoming. She told her mother the plan for the couple was to travel to Yellowstone National Park. This is where I found out through other sources that she actually had texted her mother on the 25th, claiming she was in Grand Teton National Park, and also on the 27th, where she shared text messages with her mother saying she was still in Grand Teton National Park. Now, Gabby's mother would receive one more text from her daughter's phone on the 30th of August, but believes it did not come from her, but I will go in more detail at the end with my timeline. So Brian would return back to Florida with the van on the 1st of September without Gabby, and he immediately went into hiding. Gabby Petito would be reported missing on the 11th of September. Now, during making this video, Brian is a person of interest and cannot be found, and his family has lawyered up. So the timeline is Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie left on the 2nd of July. Everything was smooth until they were pulled over on the 12th of August. They checked out of a hotel on the 24th in Salt Lake City. Gabby and her mother had a FaceTime call on the 24th later that day. Gabby had claimed that they were going to Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. Then on the 25th, she makes a post on Instagram where she is posing with a pumpkin and has a pumpkin mural in the background. She also shared texts with her mother claiming to be in Grand Teton National Park. She then shared some texts with her mother on the 27th claiming to still be in Grand Teton National Park, and she had also liked a post on Instagram. Then on the 30th of August, her mother received a text from her daughter's phone with a message saying, "No service in Yosemite," which her mother believes did not come from her daughter and that someone else sent that from her phone. Which means, from what I've discovered about this ongoing case, is that the date that something bad may have happened would be later that day of the 27th or the 28th, because at approximately 5:44 p.m. in Coulter Bay of Teton National Park, Brian was hitchhiking and was picked up by a couple who was heading to Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Brian told the couple that his fiancé was back at the van working on the social media. After the couple claimed that they were heading to the same spot in Jackson Hole, Brian apparently freaked out and wanted them to pull over and let him out. He claimed he would get a different ride from someone else, and the couple complied. Afterwards, they had noted that he seemed really sketchy, but for someone who had been supposedly camping by himself for the last few days, he was clean and didn't smell. As of now, making this video, Gabby Petito is still missing and Brian Laundrie is in hiding. If you have any knowledge of the whereabouts of Gabby, or had seen the couple during this time period, or have any tips, you are encouraged to call 1-800-CALL-FBI. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe and leave a like. I will have more videos to follow.